Something that I think we should all know something about. They have a place in our ecology. We have a story up here that if a snake eats one rat a week, so 50 rats a year, if half of those are females, which breed every 6 weeks, their litter breeds every 6 weeks, etc., etc., and just taking 50% of each litter as females with their breeding capacity, this one snake controls about 2 million rats a year. Now a snake is one of the few things that can follow a rat down its burrow, which also makes it quite important. We have approximately 160 species of snake in South Africa. Now, our scientific boffins keep on adding the odd one here and there. You know, they find one with a different scale count to that one, so they, you know, give it another name, so it keeps on growing. But out of those 160, there's only about 30 that are dangerous to man. That includes your mambas, black and green, your 4 cobras, your rinkals, which incidentally is not a cobra. I'm going to digress for a moment. The rinkals has got all the characteristics of the cobra. Rears up, it makes a brood, and spits its venom. It's got the same venom, neurotoxic, as 3 of the 4 true cobras. There's several scientific differences, but the main one is true cobras under the heading of Naja lay eggs. The rinkal gives live birth, so he's immediately taken out of your cobra. Then we've got 2 of our adders, the Kazoo viper and the puff adder. Now I want to just talk about the night adder. He's a very common snake in our area. People often phone me up and say there's a puff adder here, and I go there and say night adder, because the puff adder has a habit of blowing and hissing as well. But if you pick up a book and you read about the night adder, it will tell you it's not life-threatening. That's a very broad statement. If anyone is allergic to bee stings, bee sting is a poison, it's a venom. If anyone is allergic to bee stings, they are allergic to poisons, and they are going to have a severe reaction from a night adder bite. So if anyone is unfortunate enough to be bitten by a night adder, and they know they are allergic to bee stings, when you get to medical care, please tell them. To the ordinary person, it's not life-threatening. It's cytotoxic. It's a painful one, a lot of swelling, a lot of pain, your glands swell up, but they treat the symptoms because it's not life-threatening. This could change if you're allergic to bee stings. Now, and the other snake that is dangerous to man is the boomslang. Now, yeah, I'd like to talk about the boomslang as well. You know, I often get calls from people who tell me there's a green mamba in their garden. We do not get green mambas up here, they are subtropical. coastal belt snake, but do not get them as far inland as this. But we get 3 small green snakes here.
You get the green spotted grass snake and the green grass snake.
You've got the right idea, but your name's wrong. You get the spotted bush snake, which is the one that you're talking about. This is a green snake, yellow belly. The top half of its body has got spots on it. The rest of its body is green. That is the most common of our 3 small green snakes. I think just about every garden in Maritzburg has got one. Now they come into gardens and around houses to catch those little geckos that run up and down on your walls, which is one of the main items on their diet. Now they normally are under 80 centimeters. I'm talking normally. You inevitably get the one that's a little bit extra. But normally they are 80 centimeters and less. Then you get the green water snake, which reaches a maximum of about 60 centimeters. They aren't particularly common in this area unless you go foraging along river banks and scratching in reeds and all that. But they are not particularly common in our area. Then you get the Natal green snake, which can grow up to 1 meter and maybe a little bit more. It's plain green, but it has a bluish sheen on the top of its head. Now these 3 snakes have got smooth scales, and none of them are venomous. But people see them, and identification of our snakes, even some of our mammals, are not good. And I get the calls for green mambas. And then one lady, I said, it's not a green mamba. How do you know? You haven't seen it. I said, I know the distribution and they are coastal bell snake. My garden boy says it's a green mamba. I said, anything green, your garden boy is going to say it's a green mamba. Anyway, what I